When Amber Heard lost the defamation suit to Johnny Depp, it didn't really come as that big of a surprise to everyone, because we all saw the trial and watched her change her story when it suited her. But it seems those changes she made to her story might be coming back to bite her tail, as she's now under investigation by the authorities. And it's bad, really bad. So, exactly how did Amber wind up in a battle with the authorities? Upon the announcement of the trial, most people, including me, thought that this was going to be the worst stage of this whole thing for Amber, as everyone could tell she was lying about the case. But we realized we were wrong when the actress came back into the limelight and still continued accusing Johnny of cheating his way to the top in several interviews. And that was only the beginning of the second part of her downfall, as the actress has now been announced to be under investigation by the Australian government. Only recently, the country's local authorities confirmed that they were in fact still investigating whether she allegedly committed perjury for illegally bringing her dogs into the country without declaring them for quarantine, and a legal expert has weighed in on what could happen to Heard. This was even made more public when a TikTok video of the authorities actually discussing her case went viral on social media recently.
In relation to Amber Heard, I can confirm the department is investigating that matter. So there was evidence presented in the London court case which suggested false statements were provided in the court case in Australia in 2016. So we are investigating that.
So what's the timeline you expect that investigation and decision made about?
As I understand it, the former state manager of Johnny Depp, Kevin Murphy, said in a witness statement that he told Heard, quote, by email, telephone and in person, that she could not take the dogs to Australia because the relevant paperwork and permits were not complete and the required 10-day quarantine arrangements had not been put in place. Murphy continued, Miss Heard later told the court in Australia that I had told her it was fine to bring the dogs into Australia. That is false. I never told her this.
Yes, so Senator, we understand that to be the case, or the evidence provided in the London court case, and giving a false testimony is an offence under the Crimes Act, so that is what we are now investigating.
The investigation was first revealed last October, with the department stating that it is seeking to obtain witness statements, and once obtained, the Commonwealth Director of Public Prosecutions will consider whether the evidence is sufficient to warrant pursuance of the matter. Well, now, the matter has become a little more serious, with several experts weighing in to talk about how things are looking for Amber. And on that note, celebrity lawyer Chris Melcher, partner of Walser Melcher, who is not involved in the Australia investigation nor the stateside defamation trial, explained what went down in Australia in his estimation from a legal perspective. Speaking to Fox News Digital, Melcher stated, when Amber Heard was facing criminal charges in Australia for making a false statement on the arrival form regarding the couple's dogs, her defense was that she relied on an assistant to ensure the dogs could enter the country and assumed the assistant had obtained the proper clearance. He continued to explain his view, saying the assistant, Kate James, had previously been fired and did not provide a declaration attesting to Amber's story. So Amber presented the declaration of another assistant, Kevin Murphy, who attested that it was Ms. James's fault. With that declaration in hand, Amber negotiated a deal with the Australian court where she pled guilty to presenting a false document, which was the arrival form, and received a warning. However, Mr. Murphy has since come forward and stated that he lied in that declaration. It was Mr. Murphy who tried to clear the dogs for traveling and told Amber that he could not complete the process and that the dogs could not fly, the attorney added of Murphy's 2020 admission during proceedings at London's High Court case. Melcher went on telling the outlet that based on Murphy's own admission that he lied in the declaration he provided to the court, the Australian government could come down with harsh penalties for Heard. In his exact words, if his new statement is believed, the Australian government can charge Amber with the crime of subornation of perjury or for perverting justice, which carry prison sentences of 7 to 14 years, Melcher explained. Because of the severity of these offenses, there is no time limit to when the charges can be filed. Now, bringing the fact that she just lost the trial, coupled with her owing Depp $8.4 million, she just might have found herself in the worst possible situation, and this had a lot of fans talking. One user who seemed inquisitive about her fate wrote, could Australia extradite her from the US to Australia to face charges? I think this is considered a criminal case in their country. Another user wrote, please lock the evil assaulter liar up. She shouldn't be allowed to roam free and live her life after what she's done, not only to Johnny but to real victims everywhere. She is a disgrace to the human race. Nobody is safe from her evil ways. Evil Fartlow is her next victim, from the way things are looking. There might not be a way for Amber out of this one, but that's just how things look to me. Tell us how you think this will go down in the comments section.